Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the UCLA Bruins facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now we'll look at UCLA's starting lineup. Steele in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5 spot.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden, not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
And it's Rozier missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Steele passes to Campbell. Out of bounds, Louisville takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. The drive by Russell. Pass to Price. Back to Russell. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Price dishes to Thomas. Here's Hughes. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Now here's Freak trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
Here's Payton. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. Some nice passing by Louisville here. On the wing, Hughes. Payton outside. 5 on the clock. Price kicks to Russell. UCLA grabs the miss. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. So on the floor for UCLA. Steele, he's in at the point. Thomas is out there with Johnson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. Now here's Johnson. Fires from 14, and he hits the jump shot. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue. Both teams will make substitutions. There's a minute left here in the first half. Cardinals leading by 4. Odom, the pass to Hughes. Outside Russell. Right side Odom. And stolen by Freak. The pass to Porter. Now here's Freak. Guarded by Odom. Steele. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
And one thing that Louisville has is a very good track record of always remaining in the title picture. More often than not, they are considered to have as good a shot as any of winning the tournament. They are truly a college hoops powerhouse.
Johnson, he's checked in for UCLA. Martin comes in for Porter. UCLA trails by 5. Out to Morris. The 3. Shot is off. Now Price. Kicks it to Payton. Louisville again missing. Steele. Can't get it to go. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
On the court right now for the Cardinals, they've got Harrell. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
Here's Looney. Campbell kicks to Freak. Inside. Yeah.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey, he's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Freeze. Freak with it. Mack grabs the miss. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably the 2 highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today.
So on the floor for UCLA, Steele, he's in at point guard. Porter is out there with Johnson, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Porter against Jones. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bruins. Price outside. To the middle. Mack dishes to Price. Sanders passes to Jones. Back to Sanders. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Kept alive. And Mack kicks to Price. Here's Sanders. Here's Mack. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Now here's Freak, guarded by Price. Looney passes to Steele. Johnson the screen. Freak kicks to Porter. Now here's Price. He's covered by Steele. The feed to Mack. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
So for the Cardinals, Harrell, he's checked in for early. White comes in for Jones. And it's Rozier in for Price. Then for the Bruins, Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Campbell comes in for Porter. And Fresh subbed in for Barton. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bruins.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
To the paint. A nice shot by Roberts.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Harrell. He's guarded closely. Pass to Campbell. There's 47 seconds left in the second half of basketball.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And some changes here for the Bruins. Irving's checked in for Looney. And Starks is subbed in for Fresh. And Campbell drills both of them. And here is Odom. There's 42 seconds left in the game. There's the dish to Jones from deep. Rebounded by Steele. Here's UCLA. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Fast break, UCLA. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Here's Jones. That's short off the rim. So it's UCLA picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't